So here they are. On a day when the rain made it impossible to see, the spoons who were living in the underground bunker began to gather together. Well. Yeah! He looks just like the black spoon itself. So weird. Never seen him before, right? Brothers. He's calling us brothers. The spooners stood there in the rain in order to listen to their leader, keep his words in their heart. It didn't matter how hard it was for them to stand against the storm, because they had their promised land, the land of feast within sight. They could endure it. March A804. The Spoonish, who are hiding in the Iron Forest in Crow's Ruin, all disappeared, leaving their first Spoon brothers behind. So crazy. Man, he got spanked. That was brutal. Anything interesting picked up here on the loot list? It's always worth looking. See if I do pick up any rare. Yeah, oh, we did, of course. So instead of the Eliwote, we picked up a pink horn, which is from Pink Horn. Yeah, his umbrella, which I think damage dealt increases by percent per elementless and magic knight mastery. God damn it. We're sticking with what we've got, kids. The Frostmourne back. This is John's. No, yes, it is. For every ice mastery you are currently using, damage deal increased by 3%. Hello. When he was leaving the Yggdrasil district, Sharky handed down the bangle he had been using to John as a present. John rejected it by saying he couldn't receive his master's bangle, but Sharky held his hand and told him, John, a rice bowl can only hold as much rice as the size of the bowl. This is going to let him, and he's going to enjoy it very much. Nice. Yeah, good job, all. Uh-oh. Oh? He'd be fine anywhere. I don't think that's quite what Ray means, but... Never change, Irene. Never change. He said he'll be back right after he's done with his personal business, so no need to worry. Yeah. Yeah, agreed. The absence of Heixing. For the company, everyone played an important role in easing each other's burdens when it came time to crack a case. Yet the possibility of a member leaving their team had not crossed their minds. I mean, admittedly, I hadn't. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess. Oh? Huh. Yeah. I'm sure we'll find out. Because you're trying to avoid me? It shows disdain towards me, yeah. Kylie is forced unfriendly with Giselle at the moment, and I can't change that, so... We don't need to like each other. The company had solved many cases. However, the time they spent together was enough for them to start confiding in or building trust with one another. The team was fragile, with separation being within the realm of possibility due to each member's personal issues. I know, Lightning Kid. He'll be back. week passed. Uh-oh. Holy Christ! The hell happened to him? Jeez. I received a report from a civilian. We headed back to the back street near the company. Found height. Jeez. Deep wounds and severe burns. Traces of a fierce encounter. Both of which marked the flesh of their missing ally. Oh. Remember back when he fixed the foxtail? Yeah. Oh, she got a present for it. Aww. A gift-wrapped book. Yeah, for the fox charm. It's adorable. An unordinary impression. A shirtless top, a fancy coat. A young adult who always wore a bitter smile on an expressionless face. The type of face that never tells one's innermost feelings. I like the music, by the way. Yet for Anne, who always supports the team from the rear, she could always see Heixing's devotion to the company. Though he spoke gruffly when immersed in combat, he always did his part without a single complaint. Whenever Anne caught his brawl back in her sight, she knew that he was there helping to keep her safe. Anne wanted to show him her gratitude for all the times he had been there for her. But Anne had no clue about Heixing Light. Of course, she asked Ray. It's fine. Thank you. No. He is a mess. I don't think Carter did this to him. We knew we'd never get to see him again. It's like interlude time, isn't it? He had been abandoned. He had been ditched for us to decide. This is them talking about, obviously, sending Heixing to the fortress. Each memory that we shared with him had now turned into guilt, nestling within our hearts. There were times we had forgotten about him, if only for a moment. However, as our hearts pounded upon your return, we were reminded of our regrets from years ago. Because of our guilt, we wanted to solve our predicaments without relying upon you. We thought that that was the best decision we could make for our returning friend. And yet, I still handed over all my problems to you, pretending to myself that I couldn't help but surrender to your kind. Yeah, it's the guilt that Ray feels. Like I did with Carter so long ago. He's still alive. Oh, good. Yeah, call an ambulance. What a mess. Oof. And this is just reminding you, like Heixing, although he's been kind of very much around the background, and the game I've noticed has very deliberately kept Heixing in the background with everything going on, that he's still a very integral part of the story. And has got a lot to do with a lot of the characters in the game, even if we sometimes forget about it. Doesn't that resemble Vischer? I guess. His family. Vischer was a fool. Damn. It must have been Carter and Heixing. Damn. Thank God. You idiot. It's irritatingly noisy. Let's carry Heixing to the... Yeah, please take care. What a mess. Heixing reminisces. And Sion's Berry Pass has been activated. So this is what happened. Heixing did indeed leave to track Carter alone. That was the deal. Once Heixing knew where he was, that was obviously the deal. He said he would, with Albus, that he would have the chance to deal with Carter. A week after finding Carter among Spoonists, Heixing was finally able to meet up with his old friend during a small Spoonist assembly. Holy shit, there he is! Brothers. Preparations for the second spoon have been cancelled. As the spoonage reveals, the second spoon will guide the people to the land of feasts. According to the doctrine, the second spoon would give birth to the leader who would guide comrades to the land of feasts. And for that reason, the sudden cancellation of the second spoon took many spooners back. Brothers, I shall be the second spoon who will guide you. They're like, what? And you fellows shall be the brothers of the second spoon. Spoons have been hiding out in a crumbly bunker in the Ice Forest for a long time, with only faith sustaining them. Deep inside, they had anxieties about the new leader that they had been told to expect. Interfaction conflicts throughout their preparations for the second spoon only aggravated those anxieties. Under such circumstances, the current respected leader's declaration that he would continue to guide the flock transformed anxiety into fervour. Crazy. Are we now the second spoon? Yes, honey. We are now the second spoon. Alright. Here it comes. I'll guide you all until the day comes. The day when you all can feast as much as you want. We all carry a spoon in our hearts. From youngsters who joined the cult just like their parents did, to brothers who accompanied Sharky through harsh times. I hereby declare at the end of the journey, never again will we have reason to fear, nor will we ever have cause for pain and suffering. It's Alley again, isn't it? That's the thing with Carter. Like, obviously this is all part of this whole thing that's going on, but I think Carter's legitimately doing this and trying to lead these people that have been oppressed and rejected. I think he is legitimately trying to do something good for them because of what happened to Alley. Like, Carter is... He's a troubled man, and his motives and intentions are not necessarily the best, but there is a heart in there somewhere. Here we go. Do you still want something from me? Nice speech. Very worries. Yeah, she would. Return to your family and live happily ever after with them. You can't do it, though. Oof. You were a boy who couldn't even reach out for a hand that was offered to you. In fact, a boy who could have never even come close if I hadn't offered my hand. Does he resent Heixing? Damn. Still, you were one of my many supporters, and that was all I expected from you. And since that was what you were, burying you was an easy direction for me. I didn't want our last moment to be stained with ugliness. I contemplated how you might react. Persuasion for rage, consolation for frustration. If you objected, I would have to persuade you. If you agreed, then I was ready to praise your noble sacrifice until the end of my days. I felt no guilt. Damn. And what happened? He extended his hand. Whether or not you realize my intentions for having called you personally, your words tore me apart from the inside. I couldn't say a single word. You were cruel. It's a kind of warped way of looking at it, but... On that day, your consolation scarred my heart with dreadful guilt. So Carter blames Heixing for all this. And he wasn't strong enough to deal with it. Babbled bullshit and empty consolations to ease the pain. Heixing Alley. A title I shared only with dear friends. We were family. I want to be free from the agony deep in my heart. It's basically like gaslighting him, kinda. I can only assume that Carter fully expected Heixing not to survive when he went and was just like, I can just try and forget about it. Yeah, exactly. That was all he wanted. Who would ever send a family member to die? Exactly. And of course, once he saw Heixing again and he was around, this all came back. I guess that's why Carter is unable to stop. It all comes back to this. Oof. Don't blame yourself. It's amazing, isn't it? He feels that Heixing was the cruel, merciless one, yet Carter was the one who sent him to his assumed death for the others. Fascinating. And I kind of get it. Like, it is warped. It is completely messed up. But I can kind of get it. And that's it. He blames him for the guilt of having to do it. And that he just can't seem to escape it. A lot's happened. On the day the Dragon Gang trampled us under their foot, the future I had dreamt of shattered into tiny pieces. Indeed. All my previous supporters blamed me after that day, which of course it wasn't really his fault. For giving them the hope to dream of better days. I should have said that I would go. Yeah. And it's probably true. Maybe he should have done. But he couldn't face it. He felt like he had to be there, I guess. Yeah. Jesus. But my greed can never be satiated. It's an ugly thing. But I'm never going to stop. Damn. With this music playing as well. This is good stuff. Craziness, isn't it?
좋은 선택이다.
Let's give him a good show, kids.
그만 항복해. 또 한 번 막아봐. 그땐 기억해주지. 두려워하지 마.
That bleeding's good.
꺼져.
I should speed this up. Ooh, we're getting buffed up though. Nice, nice. Okay, right, it's back up. Let's heal.
목표로 이동하겠다.
Getting more and more and more buffs. Can't seem to target him from here. Damn.
좋은 선택이다.
Damn, I can't see him. Rage and overcharged.
나에게 좋은 추억을 선사해 주길 바래.
Let's go get him.
걱정하지 마.
Where the hell did he go? I'm just guessing here. I don't know where he is.
알았다.
Where's he leading us?
내 총구가 가리키는 방향이다.
Feels like a trap, this.
어딜 도망가나? 좋은 발버둥이다. 사소한.
Of course, he's got cauterize.
빗나가지 않는다.
There's a lot of blocking going on. This is bad. Uh-oh.
방해하지 마.
Ooh, that's nasty.
알았다.
The brutal part of this fight is that this is not a fight we can win. And I think, in his heart, Heixing knew he couldn't win this.
빙고.
But that didn't matter.
또 한 번 막아봐. 비켜. 그때 기억해주지. 끝까지 저항.
You know what? Maybe he's right. Maybe it didn't matter.
그만 항복해.
Damn,
이봐.
missed.
이거 없던 일로 하자고. 빗나가지 않는다.
Yeah, he's just blocking everything. Oof.
저항하지 마.
He's gonna get another turn on me. Oh god.
제가 되어라.
Obviously, this is a fight you're not meant to win. An overwhelming pain and a vague memory. A memory of the past. It's not a mission on this. It's certainly not on Cruel anyways. If I was playing on like the basic difficulty, like the absolute easiest, maybe you could win it. Maybe, but of course, it's not the point. Yes, I was with Carter. It was. It wasn't until a week later that Heixing came back to work. Welcome back, Envoy. Sure. I know, right? Good morning. Sure. It's not quite yes. Lightning Kid. Yeah. It's tough sometimes. Stern Anne is great Anne. We're a team. Hashing is not good enough condition yet. Yeah. So yeah, plenty of plot. So, I assume that means we we have no story mission yet. I was about to say. Isaac? It's supposed to happen, man. Albus, can we talk in person? Can we really turn it down? When have you decided? Call me by this number. Alright then, folks. So that is going to be end of the, well, these couple of videos. This has all been recorded in one. This is definitely going to be 2 parts. A lot has happened story-wise, plot-wise, everything-wise. Yeah. I guess at this point, Carter is he's consigned himself to this. He's just like, this is how it's gonna be. I don't know if that's correct or not, but it's the decision that he's decided to make. So, you know, Isaac has asked to meet Albus personally. So as an extra bonus in this video, I actually went and re-fought Carter with Heixing. You can do it from the case records, it's his own mission. I went and did so because upon looking at it, the game said that if you can actually beat Carter, there is an achievement for doing so, but there's also some extra goodies you can get hold of, which is really awesome. It's a brutal fight, by the way. Carter hits pretty hard. I went and did this on story mode. He has loads of regeneration ability as well, so you just got to slowly whittle him away. Suppression shots, annihilation shots whenever you can. You've just got to survive, basically. And eventually he does run out of steam and you can take him down. You've got to beat him properly as well. Like, not just down him, like fully beat him. Actually got downed as well in the story mode, and nearly went down again. It was a great fight, really entertaining. But there are some cool rewards. For doing the mission, generally speaking, I'm pretty sure it's just this mission. There is a mastery you get hold of called Self-Examination, which is really awesome. This gives you the ability to get hold of basic expansion. The one basic slot and 2 profit limit, but it comes from your ability section, which is really cool because quite a few characters that we've got don't have a lot to do with their abilities. This is a great way of being able to expand that. The other thing that you get hold of specifically for beating Carter, I think some expansion comes from like Heixing reminiscing sort of thing. If you can beat Carter, you get hold of the Love and Hatred Mastery, which is also for ability, and it is maximum training points up by 3. You've got a few like supports and defenses, but again, getting that coming from ability section, really useful. Both of those is going to help us make better characters for sure. You also get an expanded cutscene as well, and somewhat alternate as well. We saw how Carter views the whole situation with Heixing and calling him an ally, and like he lied basically and never considered him that at all, and how he feels about that. Well, if you can beat Carter, you get to see that sort of situation from Heixing's point of view, and how he felt about Carter, and was like kind of a little bit suspicious, but was very grateful to be called that, and his view on bits and pieces, as well as an expanded section of what actually happened at the end of the fight as well. So enjoy all that.